Hi. I actually don't even know where the camera is on this phone. I think it's there. Um, I'm just getting back from 2 days at the hot springs with my sweetheart. We went and did that, and it felt really good to relax in the hot waters in a beautiful environment. We went to Orr Hot Springs in California in Mendocino County, and I missed my kitty, and I'm back with my kitty. And I got really good news today, which is that Stanford, the referral went through for me at Stanford. So they had two referrals that needed to go through, one for the general surgeon and one for the plastic surgeon. And the referrals actually were authorized by my insurance, and they accepted the insurance, which is a mini miracle in and of itself. So I got the names of the three surgeons that I have to choose from for the general surgery, and then the three surgeons that I have to choose from for the plastic surgery. I did a little looking around while I was in the car in the passenger seat, and it's going to be hard to decide. They really seem like great surgeons, and the patients had a lot of wonderful things to say, so it might be hard to make that decision, but I'm so thrilled that the authorization went through, and then I get to go to Stanford. It's about a 4 hour drive from my house, so it's pretty far, but it's not as far as San Diego, and I don't care. I'll go 4 hours. It'll be fine to do that. So, yeah, it's really good news. And then tomorrow, I go for Herceptin. I think it's my fourth treatment. And later in the afternoon, I have a ultrasound for the ovaries. So tomorrow's kind of a big day for me. And I'll be scheduling the initial consult with the surgeon. So yay, I'm really excited. I had no idea how that was going to go. That's my update. I'm really happy I got scheduled at Stanford this morning, and I'm going on April 10th, and I've got an appointment with the surgeon, Dr. Durbus, and he's the general surgeon to do the mastectomy. And then also the plastic surgeon, Dr. Nazarelli, and they're both Stanford surgeons. I did some research yesterday. It was really great. She gave me the options of who to choose from, and I went online. I went on YouTube. I went on Yelp. I went on the Stanford Healthcare homepage so I could read reviews, basically, and I'm so grateful that we have that technology now for review of doctors and restaurants, whatever it is, in this case doctors. So yeah, it was really fun to go online and read people's accounts and read mostly raving reviews. And I thought that I would go with a woman. I thought, oh, I'll probably just choose one of the women. Of the three general surgeons, two of them were women and one's a man. And then when I started reading reviews and getting a little bit more into it, I ended up choosing the man. Not that it matters, but I was, it's good to be able to do the research and find out and make the best choice from there. So I was reading, though, that in some cases, somebody thought they were going, they thought they'd get a mastectomy, and they ended up with a lumpectomy. And I really have, I don't know if my heart is set on it, but my mind is kind of set on getting the bilateral mastectomy, which means removing both breasts, and then doing reconstruction. But we'll see. They just ordered my imaging, so they'll have that ready for me when I go down on April 10th, and we'll see what they have to say. Maybe there's something I'm not considering. You never know. So, yay, I'm so excited. Such a relief after all the crap I went through with UCSF and referrals and denials and thinking about going to San Diego. I was like, it was crazy. So I'm feeling really good about that today. Actually, when I was doing the research, on Dr. Nazarelli, there's this series of videos that Stanford has on their website, which say why I became a doctor, and he did one of the videos, and I guess he did a lot of humanitarian work before that, or maybe currently he still does, visiting underprivileged places, and it was probably a 2-3 minute video, and I was in tears. I was really touched. It was really moving to see the contribution that he makes in the world and who he is, and he's a young guy, but it's really clear that his character is really high standing and he has a heart of gold, and it was just really beautiful to be moved by the person he is outside of being a surgeon at Stanford. I'm at the hospital and just had the Herceptin. They gave me 370 milligrams and it went well. No issues. I'm gonna go eat now. Yes, I'm starving. Whew. Here's probably the first video I'm making where my heart is pounding and I feel worried and scared, and I just got the results back from the oncology office for the ultrasound I had yesterday, and there's a mass on my left ovary. And at first when she told me, I thought she said it's cancer, and then I realized, well, how can they? Actually, my boyfriend said, wait, what did they say? It was a tumor, a mass, cancer? And as I thought about it, I'm like, well, of course, they're not going to know it's cancer. So it's 4 centimeters by 4 by 3 or something like that, which is pretty large. So now I'm going to go down to the place where I had an ultrasound in July of 2017 because I had been having stomach cramps, and I had an ultrasound then and they didn't find anything. So from July till now, it seems like something's developed, and now they're going to make a referral for me to go to a gynecological oncologist in Sacramento. So I really would love prayers and thoughts and warmth toward it being benign. I haven't done any research on ovarian cancer. I do know that breast cancer typically does spread to the ovaries, but I also read that a lot of times it can be benign, so I have no idea if I'm going to get a biopsy. The last biopsy that I got on my breast was not only so uncomfortable, it was so incredibly uncomfortable, even though they numb the area. It really, it took a long time to heal. My breast was misshapen and in pain and inflamed. It was horrible. And a lot of people definitely warn against getting biopsies, and I'm not quick to get one, but at the same time, will I just remove my ovaries? I really don't know, because that would trigger early menopause, and I'll be 44 this year, so I probably have 5 more years or so until I'd hit menopause. So wow, it's left me with a lot to think about. I'm surprised. I wasn't expecting anything just because July I had that done and there was nothing. But now I'm going to go look at the report and double check and see what it said. So, whew, wow, I'm kind of coming off my high. I'm just like thinking, God, I'm in my mid-40s and I just have to deal with this chronic health stuff, you know. I wasn't expecting this in my life. I wasn't expecting to deal with this kind of stuff till I was at least in my 60s, and I guess, you know, we don't know what we're going to deal with, and every day is precious. So I'm getting very humbled by this health experience I'm going through, to say the least. So it's just really left me with a lot to think about. I'm sitting in here in the car. I need to go in and pick up the reports from the ultrasounds, and I need to talk to women who have had breast cancer, who found a mass on their ovaries, and what they did. I'd like to know. I am assuming my options are have my ovaries removed and have a hysterectomy, have a biopsy and see what that says, and do nothing, and I'm not sure. Ultrasound it again and see if it gets worse. I guess the one reassurance I have is knowing that a lot of women have cysts in our uterus and on our ovaries, and as I read, it said a lot of them are benign, so I'm really just hoping it's benign. Yeah, I guess I just have a lot to think about. At first I felt afraid, and then I felt angry, and then I felt sad, and now I think I feel angry again. It leaves my mind wandering and reeling over how the hell did I get where I am with this? Like, I mean, it's one thing is that I've had really horrible periods for probably, I think, since my daughter was born. Even before that, I had really high irritability, and I still have a lot of irritability. But in terms of like cramping and, yeah, like crippled over cramping, I haven't had it recently. I've been taking all these supplements and progesterone cream and different things. And I haven't been getting those gut wrenching cramps that I've gotten in the past. But when I think about that, then it's really not that big of a surprise that there eventually would end up being cysts on my ovaries or something related to the reproductive system, because I just have suffered so chronically with really intense abdominal cramping. So anyway, I'm just left with a lot to think about and consider, and yeah, just part of me is just remembering to live life to the fullest and live every moment. I don't feel like living life to the fullest right now. I'm not even in a good mood. I'm in a shitty mood, and I feel fine about that. I'm fine with being in a shitty mood. But little moments creep in. Like, I pulled into this parking lot, and this girl was running by, and she had this really beautiful smile, and the rain was coming down, and there were blossoms on the trees, and in the moment, life is so beautiful. In every moment, there's nothing wrong, moment by moment. It's only in the larger conglomerate of hours, days, minutes, weeks where problems exist. And it's really great to have that perspective. And then it's also really great to just recognize that I feel pissed off, scared, sad, all of the above. I know in time it'll work itself out, and all I can really do is put one foot in front of the other. That's what there is for me to do. So that's what I'm going to do